Good morning everyone. Today I am going to explain you next topic towards sustainable development with equity. So in the previous lessons we have learned different topics. Today I would like to explain you towards sustainable development with equity. So developing countries like India is a poor in modern industries as well as the growth of economy of India is required more development. So it need the modern industries, need the growth of economies, growth of economy in India, need the growth of economy in India, need the modern industries and other sectors like agriculture and other sectors, and also need the increase in GDP, need the growth of GDP. When when the modern industries were developed, that is caused to increase the standards of living, increase the people's standards of living. So large industries were create more employment and more opportunities to the people. Then they get the jobs and their living standards will be increased. So it is very important to grow modern industries and need to grow the other sectors. So in this way we are using extensively natural resources and energy resources for growth of industries and other uses. So at the same time, in the process of development, we are ignored the environment issues. Our policy makers or gave more important for the growth of industries, growth of economy. In spite of that, our policy makers were ignored the importance of environment issues. So they thought that the requirement, first initially, the growth of the economy and growth of the industries are very important. Through that, we can become the prosperous. Then later, we can handle. Then later, they thought that we can be handled the situations of economic crisis and pollution. But our policymakers' strategy is not, somehow it is not correct. So extensive use of energy resources caused for huge damage of environment. Like India is the second populous country. The population, according to the population requirements, we are using extensively these resources is caused high damage of environment. We cannot able to restore the environment. We cannot able to restore the pollution. We restore the environment. It is very difficult. So, for example, our government was spending crores of rupees to restore the purified water in Ganga river and other rivers, spending and in their budget they are allotted crores of rupees for purify, clean the river waters like Ganga, Yamuna and other rivers. So it is very difficult to the countries after the damage of the water restoration. Restore the water is it is very difficult. So and also deforestation was taking place in olden days. The large quantity of the forests are there in India. Gradually, the large quantity of forests were destroyed during the British period. After the independence, also the so much of deforestation was taken place in India. So several thousands of tribal communities, several thousands of tribal communities who are dependent on the forests, and they lived in the forest. They have their own culture and tradition, so beliefs. So if we are destroyed the forests is caused to destroy the tribal communities. We destroyed the traditional knowledge, traditional culture and the tribal communities. We are destroying the tribal communities. So we need to restore the forests. It is very important for ecological balance. So the courts also given many times they gave the judgment favorable to the environment. In 1991, so Supreme Court gave judgment. So everyone have right to live. So everyone have right to live free water. Everyone have right to get the free water and free air. So uphold the healthy environment. So the court was gave judgment uphold the healthy environment. Everyone have right to get healthy air and water. So in the article, according to the article 21, everyone have right to life. It is the fundamental right. So the government should take initiatives and implement, make the laws in the parliament, in the state assemblies, make the laws. So those laws are can be protect the environment. It is essential to the government to take steps. Those steps are helpful to protect the environment. So government is responsible for setting up laws and procedures that can be that can be check the pollution. So everyone have right to live in pollution free life. So the in however now present days we are using the lakhs of vehicles, which are running on the roads. So across the India there are lakhs of vehicles who are running. So it is called the air pollution. So for example, Delhi was totally air was polluted, caused several diseases. The people did not have the healthy air, purified air in New Delhi. So it is this is the one of the example. So the lakhs of vehicles which are running and emission of carbon dioxide, it is caused the air pollution in India. Across the world. The crores of vehicles are they are running and cause for air pollution. So it is very essential to set up a international organization. So the countries come together to solve the problem of the pollution. So the one organization was set up, that is IPCC, International Governmental Panel, Climatic Control, Climatic Change. It is the working for reduce the pollution, uh, reduce the reduce the pollution in the world, reduce the dangerous industries, the control the industries, set up the industries in the world. So IPCC is one of the organizations. So, but need to get some agreement. So the agreement was not made by the and by the countries. So developing countries as well as developed countries both are the conflicted with each other. So developed countries are already developed. So developed countries are used the natural resources as well as the energy resources, and they established the large industries, and they were developed. So developing countries now, right now, they are need to improve the industries. That's why the argument is there in between the developed countries and developing countries. They did not come under one agreement. So it is necessary to come under the agreement, single agreement, and reduce the pollution in the world. So in agriculture, the modern agriculture required the using in modern agriculture all over the world, they are using fertilizers, pesticides, and high yield variety of seeds. Fertilizers, pesticides, it is harmful to soil, declining the soil fertility, and also it is caused for water pollution, groundwater. We are extracting large quantity of the groundwater for high yield variety of seeds required more water for production. So that's why we are extracting large quantity of the water and using for crops. So it is declining groundwater levels, at the same time declining the quality of the groundwater. So fertilizers, we are using extensively fertilizers, pesticides, that is also the polluting the water. Air pollution was taking place by the fertilizers and pesticides. So it is very harmful to the environment, at the same time living beings. So now present days we are using in many countries and states were they are preferred the organic farming. So in India, especially Sikkim is one of the first state in India. It is planning to shift the agriculture totally, shift the agriculture into organic form by 2015. So it is the Sikkim is the first state which is doing organic farming uh, in India by 2015. So Uttarakhand is another state. It is following the doing the organic farm. So following the Sikkim state. So Uttarakhand is the second state. It is giving importance for organic farming. So biological pests. So in the organic farming used natural techniques. In organic farming, they used natural techniques like crop rotation. They are doing crop rotation. So for example, first crop paddy, after they will do black gram or green gram. Like that, they change the crops. That is caused the restore the soil fertility by the crop rotation. And also they used the compost and biological pest control. Used the compost, crop rotation, natural techniques such as crop rotation, compost, and biological pest control in farming, etc. is known as the organic farming. What is the organic farming means? Natural techniques like crop rotation, compost means biofertilizer, and biological pest control, biological pest control in using in the farming, using in the farm is called as the organic farming. So in this biological pest control. So what is an biological pest control? So birds, spider and insects, by birds, spider, insects were protected, and they were used against the pests. They used against the pests. So biological pests means birds, insects and spiders, which is the natural protectors against the pests, against the pests. So and also soil fertility was restored by using microorganisms like rhizobium and azulobacter and rhizobium. Azulobacter and rhizobium, these are the soil microorganisms. Soil microorganisms is helpful to restore the soil fertility. Restore the soil fertility, which makes nutrients more accessible to the plants, which makes nutrients more accessible to the plants. Now many states realized the need of organic farming. Now many days in India across the world they are preferring organic farming. Like that, we need to use sustainable development. It is the better way to at present the development continue at present development and future development. It is need to provide better quality of the life for everyone at present and future generation also. So sustainable development, it is one of the way through which we can survive our future generations. Thank you.